US Department of State announced major changes to the visa interview waiver policy in 2024. If you plan to study or work in the US or just visit, you want to hear this. In this video, we're unpacking what the announcement means and how it may affect you. Welcome Green Card Easy viewers. For those new to our channel, we're a US-based company with a mission to help you succeed, whether you want to study, work, or live in the USA. Now that you know a little bit about us, let's get back to today's topic. Visa interview waiver policy updates for 2024. After consulting the Department of Homeland Security, the Secretary of State has determined that select categories of interview waivers are in the national interest. The policy applies to US non-immigrant visas. These are visas issued to temporary visitors to the USA. The most common non-immigrant visas are B1 and B2 visas for business visitors and tourists, F and M visas for students, and H visas for various workers. There are many non-immigrant categories, but we won't list them to keep this video short. Remember, the policy applies to all non-immigrant categories unless noted. Let's review the rules quickly and break them down for different visa categories. The changes are implemented by the consular officers, who now have the authority and discretion to waive the in-person interview. This means that the visa officers are deciding whether to waive your visa interview based on the guidelines we're about to review. However, the key takeaway is that they can still request an applicant who meets the visa waiver category to come in for an in-person interview. 1. Apply in your country of nationality or residence. This means you're applying in your country of citizenship or where you currently reside. For example, someone could be a citizen of India but work and live in Frankfurt, Germany. They can apply in India or Germany to qualify. 2. You've never been refused a visa unless such refusal was overcome or waived. This means you've never been refused a visa or were initially rejected but then approved later. For example, someone may have been denied on their first attempt but got their visa on their second attempt. And 3. You have no apparent or potential ineligibility. This sounds vague, but what it really means is you don't fall into select categories for which the US government doesn't issue visas. These include individuals who may have criminal charges and may be a security risk or have violated immigration policies previously, amongst others. This doesn't apply to most cases. We've listed them on our website. If you want to learn more, we've left a link in the description below. On top of these 3 criteria, there are additional ones. Let's review those in detail. Before that, be sure to visit our community at community.greencardeasy.com. It's a great place to meet others, make friends, and build your network. It's also the best place to post your questions so we can answer them quickly. And remember to follow us on Instagram at GreenCardEasy for exclusive content. Now, let's get back to the remaining criteria. H2 visa applicants. Good news. You're eligible for a visa waiver as long as you meet the first 3 criteria. For all other non-immigrant visa applicants, you must meet 2 additional criteria. They are: 1. You must have any US non-immigrant visa except a B visa. For example, you'll qualify if you're applying for an H-1B and have an F visa. On the other hand, if you just have a B visa, you won't qualify. For example, if you're applying for an F1 visa and have a previous B1/B2 visa, you won't be eligible for the interview waiver. There is one slight nuance to it. Your last non-immigrant visa should be current or have expired no more than 4 years ago. This can get confusing, so let's take a look at 3 scenarios. If your last non-immigrant visa is active or has expired in 2021 or later, great news, you qualify. 2. If your last non-immigrant visa has expired in 2019 or before, you don't qualify. And 3. If your last non-immigrant visa expired in 2020, your expiration date should be after your potential visa appointment date. For example, if your potential visa appointment date is on July 1st, 2024, your previous visa should not have expired before July 1st, 2020. This cutoff date can get tricky, so if you fall into this category, you should put in your application ASAP to improve your chances of qualifying for the interview waiver. Also, it's important to remember that the visa officers can still require you to come in. Finally, the US government can change this policy at any time. It's likely to stick through the end of 2024. Make sure to follow us to stay informed. That wraps up our updates on the US visa interview waiver policy changes for 2024. I'm Gaurav Moosle, and from all of us at Green Card Easy, thanks for watching.